days like today, with the threat of so many tornadoes on the ground, much like we saw yesterday, there's always some times that you have to remember certain key things. Like, for example, when it comes to tornadoes, duck. This is what you want to do and make sure that you're in that safest place to ride out the storm. Down to the lowest level. So if you're in a building or in a structure, down to the lowest level under something sturdy, cover your head, and then keep shelter until the storm has passed. That's going to be your easiest thing to do when you are inside a building. And again, lowest level of your home or structure. If you got a basement, great. If you don't, you can always use the first floor. Usually the bathroom is one of those things that is typically away from windows and doors and between watches and warnings. Watches are the things that tell you in the next couple of hours we will likely have tornadoes. They will be ongoing with these storms, so you want to keep that in mind. A tornado warning is when you take that action. So watches, prepare, have your plan ready to go, know what you're going to do. Warning is take the action right away, right now, because minutes, even seconds, can be left. Across the Northeast, if you're waiting for a taste of summer, we're going to be getting it. It does come, though, with some extra clouds and some rainfall. You can see Sunday across the Northeast. We've got a few extra showers, even a couple of rumbles of thunder out there. So just be mindful. And, of course, whenever you hear that lightning, make sure you get inside, even if it's tempting and nice and warm. Like Pittsburgh, 82 for that high. Probably thunderstorms a little farther to the east. As you work your way into New York City, we've got mostly cloudy skies, but we make it to the mid-70s. And we're back to the mid-60s in Boston. Again, still a lot of clouds out there, but we're trending in the right direction. It's all leading up to what is going to be a pretty warm Monday. Most of the thunderstorm activity stays the eastern Great Lakes, parts of Ohio. It's not a washout all day there, but it will be active. And meanwhile, off towards east, we're talking about summer-like warmth for you. If you look, Pittsburgh mid-80s, 80 in Columbus with some of those thunderstorms, 65 still in Boston, but we've got 70s on the board in New England, 84 in New York City, and we're headed to the lower 90s in the nation's capital. That could possibly tie a record for us as we head through Monday in Washington, D.C. That one set back in 1974 and also tied again in 2017. So very warm there. Philadelphia, mid-80s, probably not enough to punch us to that record, but it's certainly going to be well above historical average. This time of year, we should be about 20 degrees cooler for most locations. So if you look at the numbers, basically, this time of year, Washington, D.C., we expect our first 90-degree day to be in the middle of May. So we're about 2 weeks early, but again, not necessarily truly record-setting for earliest warmth out there or anything to that nature. As we head through Tuesday, a few more thunderstorms, but there's still a lot of warmth for some in the mid-Atlantic.